Hello everyone, thanks for joining me back on StubbleMeetsSteel. If you watch my last few videos, you know that I've been reviewing this Colonial Cr7. My buddy Justin over at a new YouTube channel called Just Shaves, he loaned it to me. That was actually how we started talking. It was on Badger and Blade, and we were talking about this razor, and then we wound up becoming friends, and he loaned it to me. And one of the cool things about this razor is that it has, you can order it with one plate or you can get it with 3 plates. So this is the 3 plate, the most aggressive plate. Unfortunately, I don't give any of the specs as far as blade gap and exposure. So, I reached out to them trying to get that information and they didn't reply back. So, a little bit of a guessing game as far as that's concerned. But one of the things that I noticed with this is the 3 plate was in some kind of odd territory that I'd never experienced before in an aluminum razor. It was pretty aggressive, but still pretty smooth. And, it was kind of underneath the Lone Star or the Cape Cod razor by Alpha Shaving Works. So I was kind of confused all this time as to what should I compare the 3 plate to. The 2 plate, I did a couple videos. If you haven't seen those, check those out. But the 3 plate, like I said, it was in a territory all of its own. Well, if you watch my channel at all, you know that I recently got the Goodfellas Styletto V2 or version 2 recently came out. And I was using that, and when I started using this, I said, aha, now I know what razor I'm going to compare the Cr7 3 plate to. It's this. To me, they feel very, very similar. And this one has some specs, and I'm not sure if the specs are right because they changed it from the version 1 to the version 2, and they claim that for the version 2, the gap is 0.88 millimeter. And then the thing that I question, and I agree with my buddy Chris, is that they claim the exposure is 0.37, not 0.037, but 0.37 millimeter exposure. And that would be like super crazy, simply put. So I think that's a typo. I agree with him that it's probably supposed to be 0.037 millimeter, but that's an educated guess. I don't have the proper equipment to measure it. But if you watch my video, they increased blade clamping, they changed the head geometry, and obviously they changed the specs of how it shaves. So for today's soap today, I've got another sample from Zingari Man that I ordered, and I don't want to botch the name, so this is the name of this particular one. And to me, I get like a limoncello or like a Sicilian lemon scent with like fresh outdoor scents. Like if you're to open the windows on a fresh day or something like that, that's kind of the scent that I get off of this. I'll put the scent notes up. I didn't have a chance to look at them beforehand. I just remembering kind of from when I ordered it. I do pick up like a mild floral in the background, but very, very mild. I ordered a sampler pack from Zingari Man to check out. So far, I'm very impressed with the base. It lathers very easily. Very nice fresh scent. I'm liking it so far. I like anything with citrus-based scents, especially lemon. If I remember right, I want to say it was Sicilian lemon, and that was what kind of gravitated me towards it. To throw in the sample pack that they offer. I think it was 15 bucks, and you get to choose 5 different scents of theirs. And I just ordered it right from Zingari Man themselves. I didn't know that they offered it. Somebody in a forum mentioned it. I was like, oh, that's cool. I wanted to check out the Merchant. That was the scent that I really wanted to try theirs, which I did get. I just haven't read that one yet. Nice and spicy, that one is, the Merchant. Kind of reminds me of Hoffman's The Jersey Devil, that one, scent-wise. All right, happy with that. Down my shaving mat here, extend it on this tile floor a little bit nicer. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and start off with the Cr7 with the 3 plate. For blades, I've got Filosos loaded up. My buddy Justin that loaned this razor to me, this is his jam on this DR7 razor, is the 3-plate. That's what he was ranting and raving about. He said for him, the efficiency, for the smoothness, and how easy it was to shave, he said really, really impressed him with this razor. It's definitely more blade feel on the 3-plate versus the 2-plate that I've been using the past few days. You can ride the top cap, smooth it out a little bit though, very manageable. Excellent blade clamping, as I've mentioned in my other videos on the CR7. Good grip on the handle, even though it doesn't look like there would be. It's basically just a simple fish scale pattern towards the top, and then the bottom is nothing. But because it seems like it's media blasted underneath, it has a great grip to it. It's interesting to me that when you use razors compared with other razors, you notice different things. They did increase the blade clamping on the CR7, or I'm sorry, not on the CR7, on the Styletto. As I mentioned, between the version 1 and version 2, they increased the blade clamping, and they did. I can feel it, and you can see it. If you look at my other videos, I'll put up a picture. In the video where I compare the version 1 and version 2 Styletto, I show pictures of the blade clamping differences. Anyways, the point is, even though it has more than the version 1, the CR7 still has more blade clamping, was what all that rambling I was trying to spit out was, that the Styletto is improved, yes, but the CR7 still has better blade clamping, and I don't feel the blade moving at all. The Styletto, I still kind of feel that just a tiny bit. The blade clamping is not as good, simply put. I would say the CR7 was a little bit smoother on that first pass. Very smooth there. Smooth pass for both razors. I would say again, I felt that the CR7 was a little bit smoother so far there on the against the grain part of my neck. nice and slick here. Get a really good second pass. Very slim, small profile, easy to get under the nose on the CR7. Very smooth. It's very nice, this 3-plate. You know, I've been using it, like I said, the past couple of days with the 2, and I was thinking to myself, if I was to buy this razor, I would probably get the 2-plate. And now that I'm using the 3, I am quite enjoying it, and I'd probably get just the package deal so I could get the 2 and the 3-plate. Stiletto definitely has more blade feel and not quite as smooth. Reminds me more of the Lone Star and Cape Cod category with the 0.90 gap that they have. Both razors performing well, pleasurably, for how much aggression they have. Shouldn't say for how much aggression they have. They're still at the lower end of medium for sure. They're not full medium aggressive razors, just they're definitely a cut above all the other aluminum razors like the Bison, the Overlander, the Apex, the Stiletto, the V1. It's definitely above those. All right, last pass here. Against the grain mustache, even with buffing, very, very nice. Let me get cleaned up under the nose here. All right, let's see how the residual slickness is on the soap here. Pretty good. How are we at for cleanup here? Very comparable. I'd say maybe there's less on the CR7 side. All right, let me just get rinsed up and we'll go have some final thoughts on the razors. All right, I'm back. So review on some of the hardware today. I did enjoy the soap. I like the scent of it. It was not overpowering and kind of just a nice fresh scent. Nothing to write home about as far as it didn't wow me, but it wasn't mild or too floral or anything that I didn't like. Definitely lathers up very nice and easily. So how did I like these two razors and how did I feel that they compared? Well, you probably already know from just critiques to, wall shaving, but for me the CR7 was smoother and just more manageable and easier to use. It felt like it was more forgiving, just smoother and more pleasurable all around. Definitely superior blade clamping to plow through. I get no chatter, especially on the thick areas like my chin area or on my neck where the hair gets a little bit thicker. It just plows right through very, very smoothly. Weight balance, I do like the feel in hand, and like I said, even though it is kind of a simplistic, rounded off, futuristic kind of design, I do like it. I do have really good shaves with it, and it does feel good in hand, and although it's not heavily knurled, I don't have any problems holding on to it. The stiletto's got some cool looks. I definitely enjoy the barber pole twist handle and the huge lather channels and stuff like that. For me, it's just a tiny bit spicier, a little bit more blade feel, and not quite as smooth. As I mentioned, it does have more blade clamping than V1, but compared to the CR7 cleans house on the blade clamping for sure. So if I had to pick, yeah, I'm definitely have to go with the CR7. While I dig the looks and the colors of the stiletto, can't deny the shave of the CR7 is really, really good. Like I said, this 3-plate kind of has its own class. It's like, it's packing the punch of the more aggressive blade feel razors, but it's still packing the smoothness and stuff like that. To me, it's like as smooth as a Rockwell 4, but probably is hitting on like a Rockwell 5-plate or something like that, the 3-plate. So very, very impressive, especially with the Filoso blades. Had a really good shave. I'm liking the Zingari Man. The post shave on it is good. The residual slickness there, I would have liked a little bit more residual slickness, but overall, I'm impressed with the Zingari Man. So far, good stuff. So there's my take on it. I hope you're enjoying the CR7 Showdown series that I've been doing here. I'm going to be doing maybe some injector razors or something like that next, so stay tuned for that. I'll talk to everybody soon. Take care.